Well, our next guests earn their living by overhauling the digital presence of some of the world's most popular brands. After the break, they'll talk about the keys to online success. That's coming up on Taking Stock. Our next guest held full-time jobs with American Express and the Hilton Worldwide, and then they thrilled their parents with the following news. We are quitting to launch a social media startup. Wonder how that went. All right, we'll find out. Courtney Spritzer and Stephanie Abrams, they seem to have made the right choice since establishing SOCIALFLY earlier this year. They've designed digital media campaigns for the Palm Restaurant Group, also Cinda B handbags, and Courtney and Stephanie join us here on Taking Stock. What happened when you told your parents you were going to do this?
I think my parents thought I was a little bit crazy, and they were most concerned that I would still have health insurance.
But you're doing fine now.
Absolutely.
So tell me how, I'm just curious, are a lot of companies coming to you, Courtney, and saying we need to do this, or are you guys having to really kind of go out and get a lot of companies interested?
It's a combination of both. When we first started, we were definitely out and about, networking, meeting as many people as we can. But now, after we've been doing this for quite some time,
few years, right? Four years initially. Stephanie, you kicked it off, and then you joined a few years ago.
We started working together in 2011.
Yeah.
So now companies are coming to us, but people are still confused, have a lot of questions, so a lot of teaching and training.
It's amazing, because I think we've all think, okay, social media's kind of now been around for a while. We're all getting used to it. What's the biggest question, or what are the kind of things, misunderstandings, Stephanie, that companies have when it comes to social media?
I think the biggest questions that we hear are, how can you measure ROI? How do we know what the results are from social media?
Does it really pay off?
Absolutely. I mean, if a company is going to pay us a retainer every month to manage their social media, they want to see a return on their investment. And social media has a lot of moving parts to it. And yes, you can measure ROI to an extent, but it's also all about branding. You want your brand to be in the face of everyone
out there.
Absolutely. You want everyone to know exactly who you are and what you're up to. And, you know, half of the world's population is under 30 years old. Everyone is on their mobile phones constantly. You have to have your brand in their face, so, you know, they go into a store and buy your item.
You know, I recently have spent some time with the folks over at Chipotle, and they don't do traditional media. They know how to use social media. It's kind of interesting. I mean, how is it that, Courtney, that you can get the brand out there when there's so much stuff out there kind of in everybody's face, even on the social media platforms?
Having a strategy is extremely important. A lot of times companies will come to us and say, we've tried social media, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that's because they don't have a strategy in place. They have an intern managing all of their social media. So it's really important to hire professionals who know what they're doing and can run Facebook advertisements and come up with really creative content and contests to engage their followers and their fans.
I mean, that's what you got to do, right, Stephanie? I mean, you've got to really kind of catch people's attention, and they say, I want to do more here.
Yeah, it's all about breaking through the noise. There's so much going on. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I'm on my phone at the same time as I'm on my computer. So if someone's going to get my attention, it has to be something that's important and something that's interesting to me.
All right, who's your competition? Do you find that there's a lot of other companies that are trying to do this?
There are a lot of companies out there that are doing what we do, but what sets Stephanie and I apart is that we develop customized strategies depending upon the client's needs. So we don't have a one-size-fits-all policy. Everyone needs something different. Some platforms don't make sense for certain brands, so we'll come up with something really customized and unique for the brands that we work with.
All right, well, we wish you well. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Stephanie Abrams, CEO of SOCIALFLY, and Courtney Spritzer, COO of SOCIALFLY. And that does it for Taking Stock. Have a great and safe weekend, everybody. Bloomberg West is coming up next. This is Bloomberg.